Welcome to this emergency briefing explainer. Look, as board members and C-suite executives, you already understand strategic risk inside and out. But today, we're talking about a massive, tectonic shift in global compliance. The AI regulatory landscape is literally transforming right beneath our feet. And I'll be straight with you, the traditional oversight structures that got your organization to where it is today, they just aren't going to protect you going forward. In this explainer, we're going to break down your exact new legal obligations and figure out how to shield your enterprise from some truly unprecedented liabilities. Okay, let's dive into this. 35 million euros, or up to 7% of your global annual turnover, whichever is higher, right? That is the absolute maximum penalty under the new EU AI Act for noncompliance. So we are way past the point of talking about theoretical, nice-to-have ethical guidelines here. We're looking at a rigid, legally binding framework with real teeth. Enforcement mechanisms that pose an existential financial threat to your business. If you're out there operating high-risk AI systems without rigorous conformity assessments, this is exactly the level of exposure you carry. And hey, if you think this is just a European problem, think again. January 1st, 2027. That is the hard enforcement deadline for Colorado's ADMT Act. But here is the critical warning, the real takeaway for us today. You absolutely cannot wait until 2026 to get your house in order. Mandatory impact assessments and human review pathways, those have to be fully documented and operational long before that enforcement deadline actually hits. So here's our run of show for this briefing. We're looking at board accountability, the global regulatory shift, prioritizing technical debt and uncovering shadow AI, mandating meaningful human review, governance checkpoints for new AI, and finally, a three-phase strategic roadmap. Basically, we're moving fast from top-down accountability straight into a concrete survival plan. Starting with Part 1, Board Accountability and Strategic Risk. I'm speaking directly to you, the Chief Risk Officers, CFOs, CHROs, and board members tuning in. The days of just passing AI off to your IT or legal departments, that era is over. Take a look at this quote from the Source Framework. Governance theater is not enough. Regulators and plaintiffs' attorneys are smart. They know exactly what fake, nominal oversight looks like. They are going to be hunting for a formal AI governance committee, one with a real charter that demands quarterly reviews, sets very clear risk tolerance thresholds, and actively, genuinely approves high-risk deployments. You need documented proof that senior leadership is accountable. A quick signature on some generic policy PDF, it's just not going to hold up in court anymore. Moving to Section 2, the global regulatory shift. Let's actually look at the laws creating this compliance emergency. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the structural comparison. Over on the left side, the EU AI Act uses a risk-based classification, which basically tiers systems by their potential harm. Meanwhile, on the right, Colorado takes a much more targeted approach, focusing on consequential decisions, so high-stakes impacts on things like housing, lending, or hiring. But here is the major strategic insight for you. While the specific legal mechanics are different, they actually converge on the exact same requirements for transparency and human oversight. So by building one unified governance architecture, you satisfy both. It's a two-birds, one-stone situation. Next up, Section 3, prioritizing technical debt and uncovering shadow AI. So where do we actually start governing? Well, deep inside your departmental networks. We're talking about shadow AI. This refers to AI tools that are procured, built, or just used by business units entirely outside of IT's visibility. Think of shadow AI like off-the-books financial liabilities. You literally cannot govern a risk that you don't even know exists, right? If your marketing team just swipes a corporate card to sign up for some new AI content generator and IT has no clue, that is an ungoverned liability that could breach transparency laws by tomorrow morning. To fix this, your IT teams have to immediately kick off comprehensive discovery mapping. They need to get in there using network traffic analysis and digging through vendor contracts to hunt down these shadow systems. The ultimate goal here is a 100% complete AI system inventory, no exceptions. This is the absolute bedrock of your entire compliance posture. And once you find them, resolving that technical debt means actively scanning for unique AI-specific vulnerabilities. We're talking about flaws like prompt injection or data poisoning. To put that into perspective, think of these attacks like someone slipping a forged check into a banking system or tricking a security guard into just opening the back door for them. These unique threats have to be documented in a dedicated AI vulnerabilities register, and you need incident response protocols locked and loaded, ready to go. All right, Section 4, mandating meaningful human review. This brings us to one of the most fiercely scrutinized requirements in both the European and American legislation. Here is your meaningful human review checklist. Your human reviewers must have 1. Direct access to the underlying data. 2. Specific training to critically evaluate AI recommendations. 3. Actual sufficient time to do the review. And 4. The true authority to override the AI's output. So the crucial point is this. Your human reviewer has to act like a judge presiding over a case, rather than just a rubber stamp on an automated form. If your HR recruiter is just mindlessly clicking approve on an AI-generated list of candidates without any independent thought, regulators are absolutely going to consider you in violation. Which leads us into Section 5, Governance Checkpoints for New AI. How is your organization going to safely launch new products moving forward? Well, you have to establish strict, non-negotiable checkpoints for every single new AI initiative. Here's your first rapid-fire checkpoint. Is it transparent? Your sales and marketing teams must legally disclose when consumers are interacting with virtual assistants, chatbots, or AI-generated content. Plain and simple, if an automated system is talking to a customer, that customer has a right to know it's an AI. Second checkpoint question. Is it fair? For your HR and finance teams, this is absolutely paramount. If you're running hiring algorithms, automated resume screeners, or dynamic pricing models, you are required to conduct rigorous, documented, and independent bias audits. You have to actively hunt for disparate impacts across protected classes, and, this is key, you must document exactly how you addressed whatever you found. Third question, does it respect customer rights? Consumers now possess legally enforceable rights to just opt out of automated processing, and they can demand human appeals for consequential decisions. If your AI decides who gets a mortgage or who gets a job interview, the person affected must have a clear, plain language path to appeal that decision directly to a trained human being. And this brilliantly illustrates how these high-level concepts translate into your daily operational workflows. Look at this matrix. Sales and marketing, they take point on transparency. HR owns fairness, running those bias audits. Finance and operations handle accountability, making sure you adhere to those strict 3-year record retention rules. This governance can't just be a theoretical policy document. It has to be embedded directly into the daily operational heartbeat of your departments. Finally, Section 6, the 3-phase strategic roadmap. We know the risks, we know the rules. Now, let's look at a clear, concrete path out of the regulatory danger zone. Here is your timeline for defensible compliance. Phase 1, covering months 1 through 6, is inventory and risk assessment. This is where you hunt down that shadow AI and map every single asset. Phase 2, months 6 through 18, is policy and control implementation. This is where you actually define the rules, build those human review workflows, and set up consumer notification templates. And Phase 3, month 18 and beyond, is continuous monitoring and updates. That becomes your new operational rhythm. Let me assure you, starting Phase 1 today is literally the only way to secure a defensible posture before the enforcement hammers drop. I really want to frame this for you with a powerful quote directly from the source material. The era of ungoverned AI experimentation is ending. What replaces it is an era of governed AI excellence. I love that phrasing. This massive compliance effort, don't look at it as just a regulatory tax. It's a strategic capability. Organizations that build this infrastructure early are going to avoid costly enforcement actions, for sure, but more importantly, they are going to build unparalleled market trust and a massive competitive advantage. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I leave you with one final provocative question. Are you ready to build a culture of governed AI excellence? Or will you just sit back and let shadow AI dictate your organization's risk? The window for preparation is closing fast. Go establish your board-level committee, map your inventory, and integrate these checkpoints today. Thanks for joining this emergency briefing explainer. Now, let's get to work.